Richard Murray was born on December 7, 1989, in Cape Town, South Africa. Growing up in a coastal city, Murray was exposed to an active lifestyle from an early age. His family had a strong outdoor culture, and Richard quickly developed a passion for sports. As a child, he was highly involved in a range of activities, including swimming, running, and cycling, which eventually laid the foundation for his future success in triathlon. Murray's early years were marked by his ability to excel in swimming and running. He competed in various local races, and his natural talent for both disciplines was evident. However, his introduction to triathlon came somewhat unexpectedly. Inspired by the idea of combining his swimming, cycling, and running abilities, Richard decided to enter the world of triathlon during his teenage years. Although he was initially focused on swimming, his athletic versatility helped him quickly adapt to the demands of multi-sport competition. By the age of 16, Murray began participating in local triathlons, where he made an immediate impact. His strong background in swimming helped him dominate the first leg of triathlons, and his running ability allowed him to hold his own in the final stages of the race. These early performances hinted at the potential that would later propel him to the top of the sport. Murray's commitment to triathlon grew as he moved into his late teens and early 20s. His transition from a talented swimmer to a triathlete was solidified by his consistent results in local and regional races. He began competing on the international triathlon circuit, and his performances in events like the ITU, International Triathlon Union, World Cup and Continental Cup races showcased his potential to compete at the highest levels. Career peak and rise to prominence. Richard Murray's career began to take off in the early 2010s when he made his mark on the ITU World Cup circuit. His breakthrough came in 2010, when he secured his first major victory at the ITU World Cup event in Beijing, China. This victory was a significant achievement for the young South African triathlete, marking the beginning of what would become an impressive career on the world stage. The win not only demonstrated Murray's skill across all three disciplines but also indicated his ability to perform under pressure in high-stakes races. As his career progressed, Murray began to compete more regularly in the ITU World Triathlon Series, WTS, where the competition was fierce. In 2012, Murray achieved a major milestone by finishing on the podium in the ITU WTS event in San Diego, securing second place. His performance in this race put him in the spotlight as one of the rising stars of triathlon, capable of challenging the best in the world. Murray's breakthrough year came in 2013, when he claimed his first ITU World Triathlon Series victory in the WTS event in Stockholm. This win firmly established him as one of the sport's top athletes and marked the beginning of a period of sustained success. Throughout 2013 and 2014, Murray continued to perform at a high level, consistently finishing in the top 5 in various WTS races and ITU World Cup events. His strong performances on the bike and his ability to execute fast runs allowed him to compete with the likes of Jonathan Brownlee, Javier Gomez, and other established champions. One of the defining characteristics of Murray's career was his consistent presence on the podium in both WTS and World Cup events. From 2014 to 2016, he was a regular top finisher in prestigious triathlons held in cities such as Abu Dhabi, Yokohama, and Hamburg. His consistency in these events helped him establish himself as one of the most reliable and competitive triathletes of his generation. Murray's standout year came in 2017 when he claimed the silver medal at the ITU World Triathlon Grand Final in Rotterdam, Netherlands. This performance, combined with his consistent finishes throughout the season, earned him the ITU World Triathlon Series silver medal for the year. His silver medal finish in Rotterdam was a significant accomplishment, as he had to navigate through tough competition from some of the world's best triathletes. The achievement highlighted Murray's ability to peak at the right moment and perform at his best when it mattered most. In 2018, Murray continued to build on his successes. He secured his first ever ITU World Triathlon Series win in Abu Dhabi, further reinforcing his status as one of the sport's elite athletes. Murray's ability to thrive in high-pressure situations and his strong race strategy allowed him to stay competitive with the very best, consistently delivering top results across multiple disciplines. His high placement in the WTS rankings and continued presence at the top of the sport indicated that he had reached the peak of his career. Main achievements. Throughout his career, Richard Murray accumulated numerous achievements that have cemented his legacy in the triathlon world. Some of his most notable accomplishments include ITU World Triathlon Series victory, 2013, Stockholm. Murray's first ever ITU World Triathlon Series victory in Stockholm was a turning point in his career. The win solidified his reputation as one of the best triathletes in the world and established him as a consistent contender on the international stage. ITU World Triathlon Grand Final silver medalist, 2017, Rotterdam. Murray's silver medal at the ITU World Triathlon Grand Final in 2017 was one of his career-defining moments. The result earned him the ITU World Triathlon Series silver medal for the year and cemented his place as one of the sport's elite athletes. Multiple ITU World Cup wins. Over the years, Murray claimed several World Cup victories in prestigious races held around the world, including events in cities like Beijing, Montreal, and Cape Town. These wins helped to establish him as one of the top triathletes in the world. Top 10 finishes in ITU World Triathlon Series events. Murray was a consistent top 10 finisher in the ITU World Triathlon Series, consistently placing among the best in global events. His ability to perform across all three disciplines of triathlon, swimming, cycling, and running, made him one of the most well-rounded athletes in the sport. South African national champion. As one of South Africa's premier triathletes, Murray claimed the title of South African national triathlon champion multiple times, dominating the domestic triathlon scene and showcasing his dominance within his home country. Strong performances at the Commonwealth Games. Richard Murray represented South Africa at the Commonwealth Games, consistently finishing among the top triathletes. His performances in these prestigious events were indicative of his ability to compete on the world stage, further highlighting his competitive edge. Consistent ITU World Triathlon Series podium finishes, 2014-2016. From 2014 to 2016, Murray consistently finished on the podium in numerous ITU World Triathlon Series events, securing multiple top 3 finishes and demonstrating his ability to compete with the best triathletes in the world. Top finishes at the Rio 2016 Olympics. Murray represented South Africa at the 2016 Rio Olympics, where he competed in the highly competitive men's triathlon event, although he did not earn a medal. His performance at the Olympic Games showcased his ability to compete against the best in the world on the biggest stage. Final years and transition. As Richard Murray entered the latter stages of his career, his performances began to evolve, and the challenges of competing at the highest level grew. Like many elite athletes, Murray faced a combination of injuries, age-related challenges, and increased competition from younger triathletes. However, his passion for the sport and determination to continue competing kept him active on the ITU World Triathlon Series and World Cup circuits. In 2020, the COVID-19 pandemic disrupted the triathlon season, forcing many events to be cancelled or postponed. Despite this, Murray continued to compete in virtual and limited events and maintained a strong training regimen, staying active and prepared for the return of in-person competitions. Murray's career remained strong in the early 2020s, with him continuing to secure solid results in World Cup races and World Triathlon Series events. However, as younger athletes began to rise through the ranks, the level of competition intensified, and Murray began to evaluate his future in the sport. By 2022, Richard announced that he would be scaling back his participation in elite triathlons, choosing to focus on a select number of high-priority events and exploring new opportunities in coaching and mentoring.